Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut. The Mets have announced 15 players that are going to be invited to Major League Camp. That's going to happen in 2 weeks, 12 days from now, and this video will be starting right now. Before we get into this video, I'm going to need you to subscribe to this channel and like this video. I do plenty of Mets content on here and Major League Baseball, and this is the kind of channel you want to subscribe to and follow. I'll give you everything you could possibly want out of a Mets channel. Trades, free agent signings, Mets history. I got everything here. So this is the channel you want to subscribe to. Mets put out a press release talking about the players that they're going to invite to spring training in Port St. Lucie in a few weeks. And I'm going to give you a rundown to the names. Some of these names you know, most of these names you don't know. But we're going to go through them. And we'll see how this goes. So, first up, they put out a press release. It says the New York Mets today announced that they have invited the following players to Major League Spring Training. Infielder Jonathan Arauz was selected by the Mets in the minor league phase of the 2022 Rule 5 draft. A Panama native, he played 15 games combined with the Red Sox and the Orioles last year. The 6-foot, 195-pounder has appeared in 68 career games over 3 Major League seasons with Boston and Baltimore. The 25-year-old was originally signed by the Phillies as an international free agent on August 7, 2014. Outfielder Lorenzo Cedrola appeared in 124 games with AAA Louisville of the Reds organization last season. In 6 minor league seasons, he owns a .291 batting average, a .341 OPP, and stolen 121 bases. That's going to be important later on because the stolen base hopefully is going to come back in the major leagues. Right-handed pitcher Connor Gray. He went 5-6 with a 6.38 ERA with AAA Syracuse last season. Last season, he appeared on a major league roster for the first time in his career from August 22nd to the 27th with the Mets, but he did not get into a game. So he's back. Right-handed pitcher Grant Hardwick. Now, I did a video on him and a few other minor league players that the Mets are going to have that are probably going to help them out. Hardwick is probably going to help them. He went 6-2 with a 1.75 ERA and led all Mets farmhands with 13 saves and 39 relief appearances at Single A St. Lucie, Brooklyn, Double A, and Triple A. So he's going to be probably here this year. Over his final 29 games, the 22 season, he pitched to a 0.86 ERA with 10 saves and held opposing batters to a .472 OPS. Outfielder Tim LaCastro has appeared in 247 Major League games over 6 seasons with the Dodgers, Diamondbacks, and the Yankees. According to StatCast, he has the fastest sprint speed since 2017 at 30.8 feet per second, and has a stolen base rate of 88.6%. He stole 29 consecutive bases to begin his career, the longest stolen base streak to start a career since 1951. Keep an eye on him. Left-handed pitcher T.J. McFarland has a record of 24-15 with a 4.13 ERA over 351 career games and 10 seasons with the Orioles, Diamondbacks, A's, and Cardinals. Keep an eye on him. The Mets could use another lefty. And he pitched for Buck Showalter. Mets only have one lefty with Brooks Raley, so keep an eye on him. Catcher Nick Meyer appeared in a career-high 79 games combined with Double-A Binghamton and Triple-A Syracuse. Meyer posted a 4.9% walk rate and established career highs in hits, home runs, RBIs, and stolen bases. Okay. Right-handed pitcher Eric Gordon. I talked about him in that same video as Hardwick. Enters his 3rd season in the Mets farm system in 68 career minor league games. He is 8-5 with 6 saves, a 3.96 ERA. And he was drafted by the Mets in 2020 out of the 5th round that year. Now the big name, the big player is getting invited to spring training is catcher Kevin Parada. He was the Mets' first-round pick of the 2022 draft. He appeared in 13 regular season games for the Florida Complex League Mets and Single A St. Lucie. He batted .400 with 5 RBIs And he enters this year as the 36th best prospect according to MLB Pipeline and the 50th best prospect according to Baseball America. I would expect that he will be getting a lot of playing time or get some playing time in spring training, but that he will be one of the first cuts to minor league spring training camp. And he will be probably starting in St. Lucie this year. He'll probably be there most of the year. He has to work on his catching. Catcher, Michael Perez. And we saw him last year in a few games. So the Mets have brought him back. So we know a little bit about him. Another big prospect, outfielder Alex Ramirez. Led all Met farm hands with 140 hits last season. And he enters this year as the 96th best prospect in the majors, according to MLB Pipeline, and 92nd, according to Baseball America. So he's an interesting prospect. So we'll see how he comes along. Maybe we'll get a chance to see him a little bit. He played in Brooklyn, so I would expect that he'll start the year in Brooklyn and then eventually make his way to Binghamton. They're not going to rush him. Catcher Hayden Sanger, batted .240 with a career high, tying 5 homers in Double A and Triple A. We might see him getting bounced back and forth between here and Triple A. Outfielder DJ Stewart. Spent parts of 5 major league seasons with the Orioles and had 26 homers and 73 RBIs. He also played for Buck Showalter, so that's important. Josh Walker is a left-handed pitcher. Made 13 relief appearances at 3 levels of the Mets system. I also mentioned him in that video. That'll be in the link. He's 6'5". Keep an eye on him. He might be another guy that could pitch out of the bullpen. Right-handed pitcher William Woods, who they picked up and then they sent him. They DFA'd him and they sent him down to the minors. Keep an eye on him. He might be going back and forth between the Mets and the minors. And then they mentioned a bunch of other players on this. Abraham Almonte, outfielder. Tommy Hunter. Tommy Hunter will be back. Maybe he'll get some more hits. I doubt it. There's no more pitchers that are going to be hitting anymore. Zach McCulkenhern. Infielder Jose Peraza. He's the same Peraza that played for the Mets a few years ago. Right-handed pitcher Denny Reyes and right-handed pitcher Jimmy Yacabanas. So we got a whole bunch of guys coming in here. They're going to get plenty of chances to play in St. Lucie when we have the spring training games. A lot of these guys are going to get a chance to play anyway, just based on the fact that we have the World Baseball Classic and quite a few guys are going to be playing there, especially with the Mets minor leagues there. But we'll see. But I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you like this kind of stuff, sort of detailed stuff about the Mets minor leagues, who's going to be there in spring training, and what's going on during the Major League season, you want to subscribe to the Baseball Hut. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.